Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for joining me for this video today. My name's Leanne. Welcome to my channel in the garden again. Obviously, I'm in my kitchen right now, and do not be fooled. Everything is pushed out of view of the camera, and my house is actually really messy right now. This video, I am going to show you the way that I preserve my pumpkins. Now, for most of the year so far, I've just stored them in my garage. However, it's gonna start getting pretty warm out there here maybe in like a month or so. So I'm just gonna get ahead of the game, get them preserved and out of the garage so that they don't start to rot in the garage. As far as I understand it, it's best to store pumpkins and things like that, like winter squashes, in a cool, dry place. And the garage gets really, really hot in the summertime. And here, summer basically starts in April. So I gotta get going and preserve those. I'm gonna do something really simple. I'm gonna cut them in half, scrape the seeds out, put them in the oven, and roast them for maybe like 30 minutes. I'll have that all in the description below. If you don't wanna take the time to read the video, I'll have it broken down in the description below. But it's super easy. And I know this is off topic a little bit for my channel. I don't typically do kitchen things on my channel, but I figured preserving your food from your garden is important too. And if you're going to do the work to grow it, it would be helpful to know a couple of ways of how to preserve that food or just use it. So let me go grab those pumpkins and we'll get working. This is still like only half of the harvest because I've used so many of them already. Highly recommend Cherokee tan pumpkin variety if you live somewhere where the squash vine borer also lives, because these did not seem to get affected by it too badly. Okay, let's count them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. These will not all fit in my oven at the same time. So we're gonna have to do this in stages, but I will just show you guys basically each step. First, most important step, especially if you are storing them in a barn or in a garage, wash them. I did not wash these after I brought them inside, like from the garden, so they still have dirt on them. So you must wash them. You don't know what types of things were crawling on them in your garage or in your barn. If you store them inside, you might not have the same problem. But even still, like, there's dust on them. So you're gonna wanna wash that, because whenever you cut into it, that's gonna get inside on the food that you don't wanna put that in your mouth. So wash the pumpkins. Let's go. All washed. That took me less than 5 minutes to wash those. Now it is time to cut them open. These need to come off and we need to scrape the seeds out. So I'm gonna do this first. So save all of the scraps to either feed to your chickens. They probably won't eat this, but they'll at least scratch around at it. Maybe pick like the little bit that's in there. If you have chickens, if not, start a compost pile. I promise you, these seeds will grow if you put them in your compost pile. You might just have a hill of Cherokee tan pumpkins, and that would be awesome. Okay, hold on. Let's get a cutting board. Little kitchen tip. If you put a towel under your cutting board, it won't slide around on you, especially if the said towel is wet. We're just gonna have it be dry for now though, because I think that'll be good enough. I am so hungry. Using a headband to put my hair up because I don't know where all of my ponytails are. Anybody else have that problem? Dishwasher. Spoon. And then we need a bucket for the guts. Made in the USA, but a tractor supply. Super easy. All right, let's chop these suckers open. I'm gonna cut them this way because I think I can fit more on a pan if I cut them this way. Let's try it. Ta-da! Okay, I'm gonna cut them all and then I will scoop the guts out of all of them. This one's gonna be hard. You know, these are pretty easy to cut open though for pumpkins. Yeah, bring you guys in a little bit closer. So you got all the seeds and all this fibrous stuff in here. All you want to eat is this. You don't want to eat all of this stuff. So you get a bucket and you just scrape it all out. All right, one thing I will say that I noticed about this pumpkin variety is that it is not very thick. Like the walls aren't very thick. Like the typical pie pumpkins that you see at the store, they're a little bit thicker than this. You get a little more meat out of them. But these, I mean, I have so many of them that I'm not really worried about that. But yep, that's all I gotta do. But I'm not gonna make you guys watch me scrape the guts out of all these pumpkins. Okay, you wanna have the oven preheated to 350. I've already roasted some and I've started to scrape the flesh out of the skin, and I'm just putting it in the compost bucket. So this is basically how I'm going to puree it in my Ninja. I'll fill it about this much. It's already cooled down enough to handle, which is a big thing. Make sure you let it cool down. And I'm going to put blend this up in here and put it in some gallon bags. All right, this is the final step. Put what it is and when it happened, and then put it in the freezer.